Excitement is growing as we are just over a week out from the total solar eclipse. State and county emergency management agencies have been planning for the big day since 2021. I spoke with officials from 2 counties in the path of totality to find out how. The total solar eclipse is expected to bring as many as 1.5 million tourists to Arkansas. Some of the best places to watch are in Scott and Johnson counties.
We feel like we're ready to keep this county and community safe and for our guests to have a very good time.
And to ensure safety, Dr. Ricky Casey, Johnson County Director of Emergency Management, says the county will be fully staffed with crews staged at different locations to make sure 911 calls are being answered and first responders can get where they need to go.
This facility, we actually have our 911 center. We'll have our mobile communications trailer out there at the 911 center. They'll have 4 terminals working with extra people taking telephone calls. Our mobile unit will be out there, our trailer with communications, and then we'll be here, and we have a fully staffed radio room here.
But even with the planning, there are a few concerns.
We are concerned about making sure we get our ambulances, our law enforcement, and our fire departments to any events, but we feel like we'll be prepared for that. Again, with our law enforcement agencies doing everything they can to keep at least one lane open for emergency traffic.
In Scott County, it's a similar story.
As our first responders, they're used to responding to different calls and having to think quickly and swiftly on their feet. The only difference for that day is going to be how many times we're going to be doing it that day. And so we're just kind of planning accordingly.
With the solar eclipse expected to be the largest tourism event in Arkansas history, Scott County Director of Emergency Management Keaton Davis says it's all hands on deck.
And what we've asked our fire departments to do is at least staff 3 people in each station that day. We have 17 total fire departments in the county. I know that the sheriff's office as well as the city PD, they are going to increase their staffing that day as far as shifts go. So they're going to add some extra shifts to make sure there's extra patrol and extra protection that day.
Scott County crews aren't so much worried about response times as they are
the population intake, just making sure we don't overload the system. Now, with that being said, there's going to be an infrastructure overload, no matter where you're at in the state of Arkansas. So we're just watching mainly traffic congestion, gridlocks, making sure people have access to things that they need. And so that's kind of what we're watching at this time.
Covering news where you live, Rachel Williams, 5 News.